We back. We got financial. We got a great financial expert today. Thanks for joining in. Right now, we're just going through a mic check. That sound good?
Yo.
Everything sound good to me.
All right, I'm good. The cameras are both recording.
So before we start this, you or I?
For the intro?
Yeah.
You do better intros, but if you want me to read it, I will. But you do better intros.
This is what we're gonna do. Ad-lib me. Just do ad-lib. Pop in. You know how do we rap?
Like, okay, Red Man, Method Man.
There we go, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
You ready? Get ready to take off in about 3, 2. All right. You already know what time it is. We back.
Hello.
Come on now. Y'all know y'all miss us.
We in the space shuttle.
Come on now. We're getting ready to take off. I'm your boy, Adrian, a.k.a. D.
I'm Stubbs. How y'all doing?
Hey, and we got another special guest for y'all in the house today. Hey, today we have an incredible guest joining us today, Baha Amira. I sure hope I mispronounced your name. But Baha is a powerhouse in both legal and the financial world. Is that right?
As a law advocate, I lost my place already. As a law advocate, she specializes in contract law and court cases, offering valuable insights for educational purposes.
Come on now, but that's just one side of her expertise. She's also a skilled day trader by a cryptocurrency investor and also a dedicated mentor of helping people achieve their financial freedom.
On top of all that, she's a mother of 5, proving that success and balance can go hand in hand like a high five. Get ready for an insightful conversation as we dive into law, finance, and the mindset it takes to build wealth. Baha, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Come on now, you already know what time it is. Welcome. You know, we've been trying to get you on the show for quite a spell.
I know.
Say like 3 other times? Yeah, 2-3 times?
Yeah.
I know, alignment.
I know, we're so glad that you're finally able to make it with us today. So tell us, before we get into the everything, we just want people to know where to get in touch with you, get that out the way first so everybody would know where to find you.
Yes, Facebook, you can catch me at Baja Amira. On Instagram, you can catch me at Generational Wealth, _ Generational Wealth. Yeah.
Sounds good. And I just you mind if I kick it
Go
off
ahead,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
What got you in the field of finance and, want to help yourself, and not only help yourself, but help people achieve financial freedom?
Okay, so it wasn't really finance that I got into. And what really started it was religion.
Okay.
Right? So, when I was in like college and stuff like that, like beforehand, like I was a religious person. Like my mom used to take me to go, sing in a choir and all types of stuff. Like we were in a church, so I started really like questioning religion. It was people in college, that came from different places. I went to like a private school, you feel me? And a lot of people from like different parts of the world had came here, and they weren't like they didn't know things of like the Bible and stuff like that. That wasn't like history, or that wasn't even a known fact to them. So it made me start like questioning like religion. And when I started questioning religion, it brought me to like the Holy Trinity.
Okay.
The Holy Trinity brought me to the courtroom.
I don't understand that correlation.
I promise you. I don't know how it correlated. I promise you. But the Holy Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Right? So in the courtroom, it's the judge, the prosecutor, and yourself. Okay? So after that, it brought me to the straw man, right? Which is, the corporation that they made, the state, and the living person. That's what brought the correlation. That's why people can't tell me that religion and law don't go hand in hand.
I know it might be strange for some, but when you broke it down like that, as soon as you said that, I automatically knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I had the same concept as well.
That's how I got there.
So it's so crazy how that happens, because whenever you break it down like that, it's sort of like you got your spiritual father, and they got the father they want to assign to you here on earth. Like you said, the court, the judge, stuff like that.
Right.
And by you having that, I want to say awakening, what was the first steps to you learning the system?
I guess the first steps to me learning the system, before trying to learn who I was as myself, or like at least trying to find out like my family and lineage and stuff like that, or whatever. I started looking at the definitions of things. I came across somebody named Malika Dulce, and it was about the definitions. Looking up the words. The problem is that they spoke a different language that we did not speak. That was the real issue. They spoke a language that we didn't speak. So simple things like birth and birth don't mean the same thing as what you think the common meaning of it means, as in legalese.
Right.
So once you break down what these words are, they kind of tell you really what to do. You know, once you are able to break it like word for word for word, like it tells you what to do.
What edition of Black's Law Dictionary do you have? I feel like you have at least one.
A fourth and a second.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And a sixth. That's the one that's like kind of like online, more so handy.
I got a third. It's over there somewhere behind all them pictures. But I do want to know, can you simplify for the people straw man?
Like what a straw man is.
Well, I'm sorry, yes, what a straw man is, yes.
Like in a let's put it like this, right? A straw man. So this is what I tell my clients all the time. You're playing the game of Monopoly, right? So in Monopoly, let's put it like this. There's the boat, the car, the dog, the hat. You get what I'm saying? And there's somebody who is controlling the dog, the hat, and the boat. The straw man is the person, is the boat. You know? They're the boat, they're the top hat, and they're the, you know, like whatever.
They're your avatar to play the game.
To play the game.
Yes.
They are a different entity. The Monopoly is a game. Okay? Monopoly is a game. So they're the piece to play the game. But people tend to forget that there is a person that is controlling the piece that is playing the game, right? So the straw man is the piece that is in the game that is able to play. Okay? You can't play without this token to play the game. Okay? That's what I would describe the straw man as. It's like a token to play in the game of commerce, to play in that field. Otherwise, anything outside of that, as in yourself, the living person, is outside of that game. We're the ones that's controlling the pieces in there, if you're able to come out and control those pieces. You get what I'm saying?
Now, let me ask you this. When you first found out about the straw man, did everything became more clear to you?
It started to make sense. It wasn't quite clear yet. Okay.
Understood.
It wasn't quite clear yet. It started to make sense. Like, okay, yeah, they're playing a game somehow, some way here, but I wasn't really sure what that game was.
Right.
Yet, you know.
It just felt like somebody was taking more control over your life than you are.
Right. Right.
And I definitely agree.
And it was like little simple things that you would like say, like, how about this? So the first time, like, I kind of realized it in a legal sense was, I had traffic tickets, right? They suspended my license, right? So I guess in Michigan, if they suspend your license, right, and you get another traffic ticket, they suspend it again.
Right.
Okay, and again. And
you
again.
can't do that.
And it just didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense to me. So I was just like, no, like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I have to pay this thing 10 times? How can you suspend something 5 times over?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a money game. That's when I realized, okay, that's a money game. Like, how? How in the hell does that work?
They're tax courts. They're not real.
Oh, trust me.
Yes.
And you know what's interesting about you say you got to play on words, because up here, they say it's a privilege to drive.
Oh, it is.
In another state, it might be a right to drive.
Hit or miss. No, it's always a privilege.
Yeah, it's always a privilege, but it's still the wording, what they put in certain type of legalese.
It is. I was just telling somebody that the other day or whatever, and they had tried to break it down like, oh no, it's something about the right to drive or whatever. I was like, no, it's that terminology that you're using.
The term, yep.
It's
That gets you
it's
in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, Rita. How easy is it for you to separate yourself from your straw man when in court?
Oh, it's easy when you know who you are.
Okay.
Okay? It's easy when you know who you are and they cannot take you off. So like when I first started, like, yeah, they can ask me a couple of questions that'll probably bring me back into the jurisdiction or make me, you know what I'm saying, conform to what they're talking about, eventually cave in without really knowing until like, it was done. Like the court case was done. It's really about knowing who you are. Once you know who you are, they cannot knock you off your swivel.
And how many cases do you say it took for you to get a hold of who you are? Or when was your epiphany?
My epiphany was probably my eviction case, my first eviction case, because it was nothing that I really did wrong. And they were wrong. And when I really talked to someone about it, they told me that they were wrong. The judge told me that they were wrong. The only reason why I really haven't sued those people right now is because I just don't feel like it.
Don't do that, because
Oh,
they
no,
would sue you if it was the roles was reversed.
Trust me, I went to do it. I forgot to put one of the officers' addresses on there. You know what I'm saying? They told me to put the address on it. I just never sent it back. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, they haven't messed with me since. It's not no need. I got Washtenaw on lock. You know what I'm saying? I got Monroe on lock. I got Wayne County on lock. It's not really, and they're within Wayne County, the people that I'm talking about. So
So you just picking your battles pretty much.
it really don't. It's not. So to piss off all of them, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So.
Now I want to ask you this. Now, it looks like to me that you might be you are an expert in cryptocurrency. Now I just want to know what got you into doing that.
I knew there was money out there in that world. Okay, and when I started, let's put it like this: I was a hustler. So I just wanted to find like some type of way to make really quick money, and I saw it in like Forex. They was talking about Forex. I joined like a whole bunch of stuff or whatever, and that really got me into it. Now with those companies and stuff, I really didn't learn too much of anything or whatever. I still had to learn on my own. But as I was with those companies, I was able to like when they were calling out trades and stuff, I was still able to like look at the chart and like see what stuff like what was going on. So over time, I was able to learn like, okay, like this is happening when this is happening when they're doing this and that and the third or whatever. So that's kind of like how I learned on top of like taking like a woman named Dominique's class that used to be with a company and all that type of stuff that happened. But yeah, I knew it was money in it. I knew it was money in crypto. And you couldn't tell me. You just had to learn how to do it. That's it.
So I want to know, what type of advice would you tell somebody who's trying to get into the crypto world?
Into crypto, it just depends on what type of trader they are. If they want to get into crypto and as in like Forex and options and stuff like that, my best advice is to learn how to read the charts.
I agree.
You need to learn what those candlesticks are saying in order to read the book. So if you want to get into crypto, learn how to read the charts.
Learn calls and puts, y'all. Y'all gotta learn to call and to put.
No,
And once you
support and resistance. No, when I'm saying learning how to read I'm saying learning how to read the charts, I'm saying learning how to read. What does that green mean?
Why
what
is
does
it
that
short?
red
Why is it
mean?
long? Yep.
What does that wick mean on that candlestick? You know what I'm saying? Why did it end up like right here versus down here
there,
where that
yep.
wick is? That's when I say like know how to read the graph. I mean like know how to read the graph. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know what that graph is. You cannot look at the graph is like a book. You cannot look at that graph and not know the language of that book and expect to, you get what I'm saying, predict something or guess something or make a what is it called? A hypothesis on what is going to happen next.
Right.
So yeah, no, you got to know how to read.
Now, I don't want
Those
to
are the
know.
words.
I don't want to know currently, but when you first got into the game, what was a good day like and a bad day like?
When I first got into the game,
You don't gotta answer that. We could go move
I
on.
say yeah. When I first got into the game, it was like good money or whatever. But when I first got into the game, it's what made me stop doing it for like a year. You get what I'm saying? Because imagine touching so much money that you never got to touch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I realized I was a gambler at that time, and it's a thin line between trading and gambling. That's what you gotta know.
It's damn near the same thing when you think about
But
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's a thin
Thin
line.
line,
The
yep.
thin line is discipline.
Because you're taking the risk too.
The thin line is discipline. I promise.
But it sounds like your risk paid off and you just coasted for,
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, I still learned how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I didn't know anything. It's just like when you go back and like, say if you win like $1,000 or whatever, right? And you go back into the chart or whatever, and you know you should have got out. The chart is gonna show you that you should have got out.
But let's talk about that win. How did that win make you feel?
Oh, wins always make you feel good. It's like, oh my God, yes, like. Okay, I did that because you know I don't take people's trades for real, so it's really like okay, I did that. Like okay, it gives you confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives you like okay, I know what I'm doing. Like I can go back and I can do this. I can repeat it. Like you know, that first win was just like okay, yeah, it's money here. Like I said, that's why I got into trading. I promise you, I got into trading for fast money.
That's what's up.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Why do you think people are too scared to do this type of thing?
A lot of people fear what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. They just push off a lot of fear that they don't know. They don't know what the outcome could be, but they know the outcome could be bad. They also see that the outcome can be good, but it's like I guess like the bad outweighs the good in their mind. I don't know. Like it's the fear. They don't have people around them. If they had more people around them, it wouldn't seem so far fetched to go like, okay, yeah, like that's an option. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's like, okay, yeah, like that's like a hobby or something like that, or like that's like a, like I don't know. It's a little different.
So I do want to know what are some books you read or some books you want people, maybe even your clients to read to, just try to progress and begin to grow in life and do better.
A dictionary. So if you're gonna read anything as far as to be a law client, you want to read a dictionary. So you want to read like a Black's Law. You want to read like maybe like a old old dictionaries. You don't want to try to get too many new ones.
Yeah, they switch
if
up.
You can find an encyclopedia, you know what I'm saying, like almanacs or I probably pronounced that wrong, but still.
You said it right, almanac.
Yeah, and as far as like trading, if you're gonna trade, you want to read like the Candlestick Bibles, Traded Within the Zone. Those are two that I would stick on because they teach you the actual candlesticks. They teach you like where it came from, like with rice and measuring rice and the markets and stuff like that. It's really a Japanese thing. It's not even that old. It's like it came out in the 1990s.
Okay.
And see, that's new talk for myself and a lot of people. Candlesticks, all this other stuff. A lot of people don't look at it like that. They look at it as with a blind eye.
Yeah.
I do want to know about Forex. I'm sorry. I did just want to know about Forex. I keep hearing about it, something about how it's like the global market or something. Can you simplify it for me?
I guess when they say like a global market, they might mean that like all the currencies are in one spot.
That's
More
possibly.
so,
I'm completely
because,
oblivious.
Like trading Forex is like going to. It's like going to a money exchange and changing like.
Oh, they got everything.
USD for Canadian or the yen for the USD. You know what I'm saying? It's like doing it at like a big sum. It's like if you came there with with that money there.
See, my understanding of it was our American market, our stock market is different from their market. So I could take my money, convert it, then go trade over in their market to bring that money back. That was my understanding of it. Oh, so that is...
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is. It's like what? 4 different markets?
Okay.
Yes. So that you can trade in those different markets. But at the end of the day, all it really is like being able to trade in your phone different cryptocurrencies, you know what I'm saying, at that time. Because you can trade in... Well, I guess if you train at a certain time, it's in their it's just in a time zone or whatever when they're active. It's not like a different market. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
It's all the same
okay.
like market.
It kind of reminds me of something like a what they call one of those money, like you said, a money market account almost. Like they take your money, they invest in a different type of investments. You know, Canada, China, whatever. It kind of sounds like that almost.
In a sense, but you're investing that. So like when you're trading forex, so like say I have a broker and I'm trading forex. I can trade gold. You get what I'm saying against the USD.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? And if gold is at 2,300, you know what I'm saying? I can still trade it at like 5 cents. That's what forex is in a sense. It's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's not like you're in different markets per se. The markets are just the time zones. People are up at different times. So at different times, the markets are doing different things. So like in the Asian time zone, if I'm not mistaken, it consolidates the whole time. You know what I'm saying? When we're up, it's getting active because the news and stuff is going on. But when we're asleep, around the time that we're asleep, around like 6 and like what? Between like 11 or something, 10 o'clock at night or whatever. That's like the, who is that? That's Europe over there. They up. These people are up when we're asleep. For the most part, they're up when we're asleep. So it's not like it's a different market per se. It's just that you're able to get into trading different currencies at different weights within the comfort of your phone or your laptop. Like for real. That's just what it is. And it's like they're all weighted at different things.
Now I do want to know, kind of on another topic. There are people who only use debit cards and not credit cards. What's the benefit of a credit card?
Yeah, it's just a recycling thing. It's just recycling money.
So
Yes.
what exactly does your business do for somebody's credit? Are you helping them build an established credit, or?
No, I refer people over to the credit specialist. Like
Okay.
so maybe Jada Neal, or we can refer them over to or my other company. But that's like AI credit. You know, sometimes people want to do it, sometimes they don't. So I try to give them to somebody that is actually going to do it for them because that's what seems like most people want.
So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what do you specialize in and what do you help your clients with?
I specialize in law. So like I help people with like evictions,
Okay.
foreclosures, contract law, things of that nature. Like driving traffic tickets, court. Yeah, that's me.
Before they go to court for a traffic ticket or a traffic infraction, what is the first thing you would tell them to do?
Send a notice.
Send a notice?
Yes.
And what kind of notice would that be?
Notice to the court is basically telling them like at the end of the day, you can find these laws in your court. You know, I mean, in your like ours is MCL in your state statutes. What a corporation is, what a person is, what an individual is. But you can find a person on like the MCL. You can find a person on like dang, I can't think of what the other one is. But it's an MCL. We have two different type of statutes that's out here. Oh, in the court. No, the commercial laws. So you can get it on the commercial laws, or you can get them on the MCLs. And at the end of the day, like a person means like an individual, corporation, trust, LLC, anything of those natures or whatever, right? So I would send a notice basically telling them like, I'm not who you think I am. Okay? This is who I am. This is me, and this seems to be an entity that was created at this time, even though I was born at this time, that, you know, is conflicting with who I am.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I do not qualify as a person to be sued. And in MCL, it's chapter 2 with the criminal and civil codes. You know what I'm saying? You'll sit there and say, like, these are the type of people that can be sued. The type of people that can sue and be sued. I do not qualify as one of those people.
Now, I also was told, too, whenever you get a traffic infraction or some type of ticket from the officer, I hear that when you do that, you're low-key accepting the contract from them. Do you think that's true?
Well, it is true. It's still, like, you still are accepting the contract, yes. That's true.
Yeah. So everybody out there, I'm telling you, you're accepting the contract and don't even know it.
Yeah, but sometimes when you've been through it, like when you've actually gone through it, sometimes it is better to get the ticket and fight it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because these people will fight you. What do you want to go to jail for? Well, you don't have to. Okay. Even some officers, it got to the point where some officers will tell you, like, that's something that you settle in court. Like, we're not going to argue that right here. Okay, well, we can settle in court.
It's
You know what I'm
always,
saying?
it's always a smart way to do it.
There's more witnesses.
Yeah, and it's just not like, you know, you can fight it right there. You can fight it to the point where they're not going to do anything to you but give you a ticket or something like that or whatever, or even let you go. But it just depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth like what they're gonna give you the ticket and what you're gonna be like, nah, fuck this and throw it out the window. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's in
Like,
the system, yeah. So you got
no, like you can't do that. Like you can't do that. That's like you sending somebody an instrument. You get what I'm saying? And they be like, they get it and they be like, oh, fuck this. Like you can't just be like that. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you cannot just do that. You already accepted it. You already grabbed it. If anything, you should have rolled your window up and drove off. If that's the case, you already accepted it. So it's not no point of doing all of that. You just need to just go on about your day and just finish it after him.
I agree. I say fight it in court.
Yeah.
More witnesses, more documentation.
I mean, it's just documents. You just gotta send the notices to the court, for real, for real. Sometimes they might make you wanna, come in, X, Y, and Z. Do you know what you're talking about? They can put you dead ass last. Do you know what you're talking about? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did with me. That's what they did.
Oh, yeah, you do?
They
Okay.
didn't even put me in the waiting room with everybody else on the Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this. Now I'm quite sure you try to educate people on, you know, that particular part of the before you go into court. I know you've been challenged left and right by everyday people. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that ain't this and that. Nobody ever try to challenge you on that.
I mean, yeah. I don't care.
Because people gonna be people at the end of the day. They're gonna think the way they want to think.
They gonna talk. My daddy always told me, people gonna talk about you the day you die. What you gonna do? Fight everybody?
Now, as far as your friends and family, I know you want to educate them and get them to see it from your perspective. How hard is that for you?
I mean, I don't try to get them to do anything.
I mean, not try, but at least inform them. Hey, this.
Okay.
Even
You know
with
what I'm saying?
family, you don't.
You pick and choose your battles. My granny is my granny. You get what I'm saying? I know I might try to say a little stuff to like mess with her a little bit because I know it's messing with her like, dissonance, but it's messing with her dissonance, so it's not really gonna get you anywhere.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna get her like, okay, like, but she's gonna go back to where she knows.
She's gonna shun it off.
She's gonna go back to what she knows. You get what I'm saying? So it's not no point in like going back and forth with people who are going to stay where they want to stay. Like, if anything, anybody in my family that I really have like a conversation with as far as like the stuff that I kind of do, it's like my mom. You get what I'm saying? Like my mom over the years, she's kind of like become like more receptive. Like she's kind of seeing it. Like, because like I said, like I grew up in the church. My mom grew up in the church real bad. Okay, worse than me. Like she every day. You get what I'm saying? So like her even questioning church is like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So like even her doing that and that's starting to question like, okay, like it's starting to make her look at other things differently or whatever. So it's like when I was saying stuff to people when I was first starting, it was like it wasn't their time or whatever. But it's like I know like at least that my mama's time is coming up. Like so when she's ready, like okay, yeah, like we're gonna talk about it or whatever. Like even now, like I got my cars and trusts and stuff like that. They don't like
It's crazy.
They don't understand the benefit of it.
They don't think nothing.
It's crazy you mentioned that because I go through the same thing with my grandfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not that he shuns it off. It's that it's not for him to understand.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah,
They
and that's
don't
okay.
get it.
It's not for them to
Yeah.
understand. I get it.
Yeah.
But like you said before, this is your thing. This is your mindset, and you can't change everybody's mind because it's for you.
Right.
So, hey, what can we say?
Can we say?
So let me go back to crypto for a minute. I just want to ask you one quick thing. What do you think about certain type of individual cryptos, like let's say XRP? Because that's been hot on everybody's topic right now when it comes to crypto.
It is, and it's so funny because it's only did like little. It didn't do nothing like yet.
Right.
It didn't do nothing yet. I mean XRP. It is a good. It's a good coin. It's actually gonna turn. It's a good network. It's gonna turn into like a payment processor, like a different type of payment processor or whatever, and it's gonna actually like pioneer a way on like how they do like certain types of payments and stuff, like as far as like because you know Bitcoin, you can already pay for your car on like Bitcoin and stuff like that or whatever, but they're gonna avenue a way that you can do like payments for different things. They're gonna open up like they're gonna be like a payment processor to be able to like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it, like cycle out the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like be able to like catch it from like, how do I say it? Like the digital world to the real world. They're gonna be like a branch to like bring these people over.
It's
You know what
like
I'm saying?
Cash
So,
App,
like-
but differently in a way. It's kind. I get what you're putting down, but I'm trying to find the best way
No,
to break
it's
it
like
down.
you ever
It's
heard
the
like
bridge from
Remit?
Who?
Remit. It's like MoneyGram.
Yeah, I heard of
Okay,
it. Yeah.
I know
I heard of
MoneyGram.
it.
XYO. You heard of that one? That crypto?
I don't think so.
What about Doge? What's your thoughts on Doge?
I don't know. That was supposed to be like a meme coin.
It is, but
And then I've been
it
seeing,
gets
like-
traction.
And this is what, see, I don't get into politics and stuff like that or whatever.
Okay.
But it's like, is Elon using Doge, the same Doge that's a coin? That's what I'm confused about.
I'm not too familiar with that one.
Yeah, see,
I heard
don't
about it, but I don't
know.
know that one too much. But I have heard of H bar. You heard of H bar?
I never heard of that one.
H bar is supposed to be more towards the AI. Right
Okay.
there. H bar. H bar.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see it. See, a coin that I've got into lately is called Telcoin. It's called Telcoin. And Telcoin is supposed to be like the first digital bank in Nebraska.
TELL?
TELCOIN.
Let me look that one up.
On what, Coinbase, or what are we talking about? Crypto.com?
No. MetaMask, a swap. You gotta get off the swap. You gotta get it off the swap. It's in Decentraland. It's not in, so like crypto and Robinhood, they all in centralized currency still.
Mhm.
They're still regulated. It's like wallets and stuff that
You
are
trust the wallets? You trust that?
I trust it more than the centralized.
And why is that?
Oh my God, because that's my own wallet. Can't nobody get into it. I can't even get, if I lose the fucking
Password?
passwords, I can't even get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gone.
And just to be,
gone.
and just to be sure, you said the name of the program is called Tailcoin.
Yeah, Telcoin. It's Telcoin. TELCOIN.
No, that's the name
And
of
it's
the coin.
blue. It's blue. And it's the name of the company too. So when you look
That's
it
the
up,
company's
Oh,
right.
okay.
it's a company in Nebraska that is going to become the first. Well, it is. It's already the first digital bank, like crypto type bank. You know.
And I see it right here. It's uniting the blockchain and technology.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you looking it up?
I'm right here
Okay.
on the website.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See it right here.
That's it.
And you
Never
know
heard of
me, I'm interested in all this type of stuff because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. My main goal is to work for myself. I want to find a way to have my money make me money.
Right.
That's what my mindset is, right? It actually has always been like that, but I just never had the experience how to do that. You know how everybody say I
Yeah.
want to be a football player, but don't know, the first steps on they know how to put on some cleats, but don't know the training regimen.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an idea, but I gotta keep training to get to the NFL when it comes to doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it just really it just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
yeah, because that's the main stuff for me.
Yeah, and from what you want to do, you could branch it off into anything.
So I do want to know, initially, what were you in college for?
When I first went, it was business administration, sports management. No, when I first went, it was criminal. I did basketball. So yeah, I played sports.
Okay.
I did football on the side. I couldn't play for real.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Are we talking about full contact or we talking about flag?
Oh, no, I used to do both.
Okay.
I didn't play no games.
Oh yeah, but all right? Now, what was your position in football?
Quarterback,
Quarterback.
wide receiver, all
What?
day.
What's your favorite football team? I gotta know.
I don't know. When I used to like it, I guess it used to be probably like the Steelers. When I used to like it.
Steelers.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
The
Are you from
Steelers.
there?
Why the Steelers?
Is it the logo?
I don't know. I used to be a Steelers fan. When I like, as far as NFL, yeah, a Steelers fan.
Nah, the college you went to, I'm assuming that's your favorite college football team.
No,
What college did you go to?
I went to Indiana Tech. I don't
I
even
get
think
it
they
now.
had a football
Yeah.
team.
Do you have a favorite college football team?
Of course, U of M.
Go ahead. I'll celebrate. I'll celebrate. We gotta get an eminent.
Yeah, I know that's right. You do. You definitely need a
You're welcome here anytime.
emblem.
You're welcome here anytime. Hey, we got to get a U of M.
That's what I just was thinking. We gotta get a poster or
And
something.
we got to get a U of M sound right here.
What type of U of M song you gonna
We're going to
get?
play Hail to the Victors.
Hail to the victors.
The whole song?
No,
but
you
just
lying.
Hail to the Victors. Hey, cut it off right there.
Hell. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
you know the song. You know the song. Come on
I'll
now.
think about it.
You know.
I do.
But yeah, though. But that's good though because you got a whole bunch of life experiences you can translate into the world where you're in right now.
Yeah.
So, would you ever write a book? Is that on your to-do list? It seems like you do a lot.
Yes, I actually would write a book. I've thought about it a few times. I wrote like a journal. I wrote like a different type of book, but I like a book like on like law and stuff like that.
Oh,
Oh, that's what's up.
oh, so it would be about law if you did write one, or
No, I mean I wrote one and it's about like mental health.
okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because what I learned in law is that like people's mentality gotta be right to get into it. Like they have to want to change and really like break barriers. Or it's not gonna work for them. It's just not. And I don't know what that is. And I came to the conclusion that is something spiritual within them. Because at the end of the day, like you'll be surprised. Like, I don't know. You'll be surprised. But these things, like certain things, they have to go through their own process.
Mhm.
You know? And they do. Like they have to go through their own spiritual process on it. Or whatever brought them to me in the first place. They literally have to go through that. And I'm just literally just the guide for that. You know? I'm not really like I can teach y'all law. That's just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the skill. The skill means nothing if you don't have the heart and the, mind to move forward and to continue to do it, even when they push you back. Because you think that it's going to be easy for them to like let you go. Like you think they're just going to let you go. Like, like no, they're going to fight you.
Which makes sense because like you said before, if you're not right, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Because I noticed when we're talking about the straw man, that's more of a spiritual thing more than it is a physical thing.
It is.
And people don't understand that
So
part.
not physical at all, other than the cards with the.
Well, see, people think about the money.
Right, and they do. They
Yeah.
get stuck on that. Like these people thinking like things of like, oh, this is on my ears. These people thinking like these things like they're really gonna get like credit or like money.
They
or,
think
like,
of the Lamborghini and this,
they're-
that, and the other.
They think that they're really gonna give them out like $100 billion.
It's not going to happen that way.
It's never gonna happen.
No.
There are no secret TDA accounts or nothing with your money in it.
I mean, they have TDA.
I'm joking. Yeah, that's why I have to make the face.
Don't get me wrong.
Now, you can live comfortably, but you're not going to get no $1 billion. That's not going to happen.
You're not gonna get them to. Let's put it like this: there is like no trust account. The account that people are talking about. Let's put it like this. I'm sorry. It's like under like a master file. It's like exemptions that you never claimed. You get what I'm saying? It's because you've been exempt this whole time. You've never claimed your estate. You get what I'm saying? And those still wouldn't come out like once you claim it. They're not about to sit here and write you, like I said, $100 billion check. Like they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
And which is so crazy, too, because the people in the wrong mindset, they're thinking they're about to go to the club and make it rain every night. They think they're about to buy all the mansions and the, Porsche trucks and all that stuff.
What does it say? Like, what does that verse say? You can't serve two masters.
Amen.
So
If y'all get reparations, be smart.
That's the problem.
Or
It's
just
not-
big money in general.
everybody get reparations. You can do certain things and get drafts and get money back or whatever. And that's just your money coming back. But the people thinking that they're just about to get some type of lump sum or whatever after all this is done and all that. That's not what it is. That's not what's going to happen because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, this is it's Caesar's shit. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
who?
Caesar's
Ship?
shit.
Shit.
Okay.
SHIT.
Okay.
Okay.
It belongs to.
It belongs to them. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give to God what is God's. Okay, so you're not gonna get what you think in a. That's what I'm serving two masters is serving riches. You get what I'm saying? So if your sole purpose is to get those riches, okay, you might get it. At the end of the day, you might not. If you get those riches, that's gonna come with some consequences.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Because they're not just gonna give you just money just flat out like that. That's just not gonna happen. If you make it out of thin air, yes, but they're not gonna like when people think that I don't know. It's like people think that when they get done with these SPC processes or these Moorish processes.
Why you say SPC?
'Cause
Was that a
that's-
shot at somebody?
No, that's just what
Okay.
it is. That's what they call it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. The SPC or Morris processes or whatever. You get what I'm saying? That's what they call it. And once they do those or whatever, people be feeling like they're about to get something. Like they're about to get like, oh, like the shit is about to start coming to me. That's not what's happening here.
I feel like you just learn the game better and you really learn how to save your gains more so than
What's it doing what?
yeah. It's more what am I trying to say? Once you really learn the process of how all of this works, estates, trust, all these documents and forms, you learn more how to delegate your money and better use your finances. I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not coming out right.
I think I gotta understand what you're saying. Basically, what you mean is that once you understand how the game is really played, you can play it. You can now come up with your own strategy on how to win.
On how to win and how to,
Yeah.
ways to use your own funds.
Yeah.
Right.
And also too, I want to change the topic a little bit about being financially free and teaching it amongst other people. Is that a difficult task to do? Depending on the person, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the person, but it can be challenging. I like a challenge, so it's not too much that it's like easy or it's hard. You come across different types of people,
Right.
so you learn like different types of way on how to navigate different types of people. You know, so I don't know. Like the hardest part to me is that people, like the people who don't want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like who don't want to be better, who don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's nothing you could do for them.
I know
Right.
that probably is what hurts me the most because I can't, and it's like until you realize that you feel me, like you have to do this for yourself or whatever the case may be, more than what you like that quick fix that you want, then hey, it's nothing that I can do, and that kind of hurts because it's like damn.
Well, it's just like with anything in life. People don't want to put in that work. A lot of people don't want to put in that work to make better, for a better outcome for themselves. That's what I have noticed. They think everything's supposed to be given to them.
Right.
Entitlement. You don't think so?
Like,
I agree, but when I always see things from the indigenous perspective, I'm like, this is our land. Y'all deserve to. We should wake
No.
up to checks.
But you.
no, we deserve the land.
yeah,
exactly.
Don't
We-
get me wrong. We deserve the land. We deserve to live free. We deserve X,
as
Y,
we
and Z.
did before they threw us in the monetary system.
Right. So, but when you think about that, and when you think about like, okay, well, that's their monetary system.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you're gonna sit here and say like, oh, okay, well, this is ours, they can give you all of yours. That takes nothing. That's nothing. Just not fucking with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? As long as you just build your own house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get your own food. Get your own
That's
water.
what we did before they threw us in
your,
the system.
I know, I'm saying, but a lot of people don't know how to do that nowadays.
Yeah, we lost the ability, so cut us a check. Y'all made us POWs, cut us a check. Y'all took our land, cut us a check. It's several checks. It's more than one check.
They can cut you a check for it or whatever, but it's just like, so you think, I want to put it like this for real, right?
I got chemtrails over for us. Cut us a check.
But see,
If they give every citizen in Michigan a check,
The ones who, no, I'm not
what
saying the
you
ones who
think they
fight
gonna
for it.
do with it?
I'm saying
look
the
at
ones who fight for it. Like,
look at people's tax returns. People get racks on racks on racks back, and look what they do with that.
this is what I'm saying. The ones who fight for it. If it's only us three out of everybody in Michigan going to court trying to say, hey, you're wrong for this, wrong
And
for
I-
that.
I
Cut
do-
us our checks. Of course,
I do feel that way.
Yeah.
I do feel that way too. About like the people that like, yeah, why do you play? Like, why do you play with me when these other people want to play with you
Yeah.
and I don't want to play with you?
because some people capitulate.
And, I mean, I get that too, but at the end of the day, like when they made certain agreements when they came here, okay?
Can't argue that.
and there are certain agreements in place when they came here. So, like, if you want to go off and live on your own, you can do that, and they not bother you.
A lot of these
You get what I'm
agreements
saying? But
weren't.
you want them to bother you. You want to use their stuff that they created off of the agreements that
But
your people made.
They don't uphold a lot of the agreements. Just look at all the
They-
indigenous agreements. They
they
don't uphold
don't.
none of them.
They don't. But when the United States is the head of the UN, who the fuck is going to tell them anything?
And
Like Dave Chappelle said, who and what army are y'all about to come against me with?
and you know, I gotta add this to the play too. You said with POW prisoners of war,
Mhm.
here's the issue: we lost the war, and since you're a prisoner of war, they feel like they can do whatever they want to you. It's not right. I agree, it's not right.
Only because they had guns.
Okay,
They was never seen. We didn't even kill them all. We
and
allegedly.
you know, everything you say, I have no problem with what you said, but the situation at hand is, since you're a prisoner of war, you're looked at as commodity to them. That means we can do whatever we want to you. What we contractually said that we're going to give you, we don't have to abide by that, because guess what? You ours. That's the problem right there.
I feel bad when you talk like that. But
I
go
hate to
ahead.
say it, but that's life. That's the way it
And
is.
it's just
Nah.
how it crumbles.
Now, what we have to do, like I said, we got to put in the work to get our shit back.
Yeah, so let's
Yeah.
the ones who are fighting,
The
to
ones
get,
who are fighting,
to
yes.
get back,
Not everybody.
and established or liberated, whatever you want to call it, give us ours. Everybody else who
No.
just want to
They
do the
will
40
give
hours,
you. They will give you your land.
yes,
They will give that to you.
but then they'll still. I can't think of what it's called when the government has the right to put a highway right in your land. They'll still do something like that to the land they gave you
No,
back.
you don't fall under those. It's called enumeration powers.
Mm.
You don't fall under that.
No, but
That,
Oh,
also,
and
that's
A,
what it's called.
Is it eminent? It's
eminent domain.
domain.
That's what I was looking for.
Eminent domain.
Yeah.
You do not fall under that.
Hopefully, I mean,
No, you don't.
you remember like 3 or 4 Thanksgivings
like-
ago, they were tack drilling on a native reserve. And
Honestly, they're always going to attack the natives because the natives aren't the real indigenous people of the land.
I give you that. Definitely.
they-
Definitely.
they
Get up
cannot-
out of there.
They cannot sit here and just, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like
from
if it was
Mongolia.
really us there, they couldn't do that. But because it's people who are not really
The ones.
right,
But
They can
so
do that
if,
all
if,
day.
if we want to, who is really themselves? The Jew-ish are not the Jews.
no, well,
No.
If y'all want to keep.
no, Jewish is Jewish. That's why I
That's
don't
what I'm
believe
saying.
in those Moorish people. And once I started correcting those Moorish people, it's like, well, you're just no different than a Jewish. How are you Moorish? You just more like. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
like a Moor. It's no different.
That's,
than
that's
those-
not pertaining to. That's like calling somebody childish, but they're not a child.
They're not a child. You get what I'm saying? Like it has to make sense.
So I'm just saying,
you're
It don't make sense.
It has to be 1 or 2 groups of people who are still them to this day. Everybody else has been.
Well, I'm sure there's more than that, but they don't
I'm
show us
minimizing
about
it.
them, and
Yes.
probably they don't let people come over there or whatever the case may be.
or they might
whatever.
kill them off like the Tasmanians in
You know what
Australia.
I'm saying? Like you never know.
I gotta add this to what you were just saying about they might be the real people.
Mhm.
You know, they years ago, I want to say at least 20 years ago, they conducted a study over in Ethiopia to see who the real Jews are.
Mhm.
They conducted a study, try to use bloodlines and take people's blood or whatever. When they started doing that, they immediately stopped that
Stop.
study.
Yeah, I
They
believe it.
yeah
Found
they
out
they
something.
stopped that
Because
study.
we're older than Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
because
are.
they had the original Torah.
We got them. The
Yeah, the
majority of
original-
the type O bloods are here in the Americas.
Yeah.
Facts.
A lot of the biblical animals were indigenous to
Yeah,
America
here.
than versus Africa.
That's the whole conversation. I could talk about that all day.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true. I got to do my research. They said King Tut, his mummy was actually found here in America. It was never over in Egypt.
I can see
Well,
that.
I can believe it.
I can see-
I got to do my research
In
because
Nevada.
yeah, well, most likely in Nevada in Grand Canyon.
The
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
the same thing with Mansa Musa. Oh, I'm saying that right. They say he
Oh,
was
but
really
he was always here.
yeah he was
He was
he was
here.
Montezuma.
Yeah.
They was going over the Mississippi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
traveling to Mississippi.
the history that they tell us is not what they is a lie.
And
For
once
some
I
reason-
found out that it was just so close, like, oh, this shit wasn't 100 and something years ago.
Nah, they lied to us.
Like what? This shit was around the corner.
They've been lying to us.
Find out the biblical name of the Mississippi River, y'all.
Oh man.
Denial. Oh,
That was
Yeah.
them to fight it.
my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
Don't.
I mean,
I said the pile.
when you start doing research like this, because I believe in giants. I believe in other things also. Even though giants were in the Bible, it's certain things.
Bigfoot.
People gonna be like, man, this ain't real. Like, you always hit a point in your theories or conspiracies where people are like, okay, now you're crazy. I believed you up until you start talking about
What is crazy?
That'd be their dissonance.
It's dismissive.
Yeah, that's what, like Dave Chappelle said.
Yeah.
It's dismissive. What is crazy?
Crazy is what they don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't even want to
They don't
fathom
want
it.
to.
They don't want
want
to.
to grasp it.
Yeah, how you gonna call somebody crazy? But see, I remember Bobby Hemmett. I might not follow everything he said, but Bobby Hemmett said, them the ones you really need to follow and watch, because the crazy ones that you may call them is the ones that actually got it together.
Almost every movie where it's a guy blabbing about, oh, they're coming or this or that.
Yeah.
And he turns out to be right at the end of every movie.
Yeah.
Look at Noah.
Oh yeah, definitely Noah. I always think about Noah.
And
Out of
Noah.
everybody in the Bible.
I
Yeah.
think about Nat Turner, and I think about I thought about this the other day. Like, in this day and age, with that Nat Turner stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to kill everybody.
Let me ask you
Like, we
this.
would have really been outnumbered for sure.
You know who Dane Calloway is?
The Calloway sounds familiar, but I can't say.
Dane Calloway, he has a theory that says Nat Turner never existed.
Shout out to Dan Calloway.
Oh, I can believe it.
Or Rosa, I want to say, not Rosa Parks.
No, Harriet Tubman.
He said those two people never existed. He even said all the pictures of Nat Turner are actually older pictures of Frederick Douglass when he was younger.
Also, too, he's the one that claimed to say that
I can see it.
the civil rights movement was a CIA CIA psyops.
It was.
See,
So it's just, again, people theories.
No,
Open
I
your mind.
can definitely believe it. I can definitely believe it.
Yeah.
All the shit they was doing back in the day, and all of this shit is after. I mean, because regardless of what the Moors, I don't believe in the Moors and stuff like that, but Noble Drew Ali did come through this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey did come through this bitch.
The Garvey
And they
Knights.
were still, even regardless, they were still connected to the government, X, Y, and Z. There are Africans that came over here, or Arabs that came over here and trying to tell us X, Y, and Z. That's why I don't believe in them for real, because there were people that came from different places and told us, oh, well, you should be this, you should be that, and it's all still wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
no, go ahead. No, I just wanted to mention Michael King. Look at Michael King, for instance. You know Michael King?
No, I don't.
Martin Luther King.
Oh, I know about Michael King. Oh,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
That was Martin Luther King's real name. Anyway, I digress.
Right.
I just want to know, what do you think the rest of the world knows about black people that they don't tell us? Do you ever feel like they know something about us and
They
just
do.
But what is it though?
They know that we're
What, the Israelites, the Hebrews, the chosen
they
ones?
know that we're they called us the tribe of Judah. They know
Yeah.
that. They know that we're lost. And they'll say that. They know they were lost. But they'll know that people worshipped us. You know what I'm saying? People looked up to us. We taught a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? That we are the original people of a lot of lands. They know these things though. If you ever really talk to foreigners and really had a conversation with foreigners about because me, I used to, religion and politics was always a no-no for a lot of people.
Mhm.
That was always come on,
You dove into
for
it?
me, for me. You get what I'm saying? So you learn a lot of stuff when you ask questions.
Right.
And I yeah.
A friend of mine had an Alexa, Amazon Alexa. Now let me say this. Me and my curious mind, I asked the Alexa, yes, who's the black people in America? You know what that Alexa said?
What?
The chosen people. That Alexa said that.
And then when it was updated a month later, it said some.
No, when it said that, and I tried to get it on camera, it wasn't saying no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Once it's updated, you asked it a question like, okay, never said that
No,
ever
what was
again.
that experiment? It was experiment they was doing or whatever. That kind of just reminded me of what you was talking about. Saying it was saying something was alive, these atoms and stuff are alive because they were putting something off a reflective glass or something like that. But when they were doing it without the camera or whatever, it did one thing, and when they did it with the camera, it's the shit was just acting normal or whatever. And every time they did it with the camera, you know what I'm saying, it was acting normal. But every time it reflected by itself, it was just doing whatever it wanted to do.
It's like it knows it's being recorded.
It did.
Like Toy Story or
Oh
something.
my god, I can't remember what experiment that was.
Toy Story. I watch it.
Sound like some AI type stuff.
It was something with an atom that they were pushing off into a light or into a wall to see a reflective or something like that on it. I can't remember what it was though. Yeah. I
Also,
just read a whole bunch of stuff.
so I want to ask you this: do you, when it comes to UFOs, have you heard of anybody by the name of Dr. Stephen Greer?
Greer is a familiar last name, but I can't say that I recall Greer Stephen.
Well, yeah, he's doing a lot of interviews on the internet right now, talking about his UFO encounters.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He was, I want to say, when Congress had that meeting about exposing that there has been contact with UFOs exist. I
don't
believe
watch
he was
the
there.
news.
I don't. Yeah.
But also recently too, shout out to Big Homie CC and Do God. They were talking about the existence of Bigfoot. Talking
I
about
don't
it.
think it's one though. I
No,
always
it
thought it
says
was
a
a tribe.
colony.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
colony. But to see, like you were telling me before, they're deep in the woods, and it's a law in the government and certain parts of Oregon saying that you cannot kill Bigfoot. It's against the law.
It's probably like Neanderthals.
They're all the
Probably.
same. It's different. Like they're humanoid, furry type of people. Like where
Right.
do?
They're like the original white people.
Because I'm sure they talk
I mean,
about us like, yo, there are
yeah.
black ones and there are Asian
I'm
ones.
just saying,
but-
it's probably still like original type white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're white, in the mountains, in the cold,
It's hard to say.
It's
I
hard.
can't- I can't.
It's hard.
I
I
can't
never
say
seen
that.
one.
in the cold.
They're fur. They don't even feel it.
Right,
They
it's
said-
fur. Black people don't have fur. White people have fur.
I give you that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Nine
even gonna
ether
dispute
versus
that.
fur. Nine ether versus fur. Look that up, y'all.
I'm not even going to
But
dispute
I
that.
will say, cause the way I got onto that information was reading about Vietnamese. When we were deep in the woods, the forest, fighting the Vietnamese. Our side and their side, it was so many reports of like a big Sasquatch, Bigfoot type of creature. Everybody's like, yeah, they just get up and walk off. They didn't want anything to do with the fight. They just get it, stand up, real
That's
tall,
good,
9
yeah.
foot, 13 foot, and just walk off.
And they said the natives used to trade with these beings too.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why not?
It's crazy how right now, well, it's not crazy, but you know, right now we're in the information age where everything is starting to come into the light.
Yeah.
So,
I've always felt like the world is zoned off. Like, oh, the humans belong here. And I think I always feel like it's one or two continents that they keep off all the modern maps. They just don't want people to know about these continents because that's probably where they keep. I don't know where the Rothschilds lives or the Rockefellers. That's probably where they at, over there chilling. Meanwhile, they get to manipulate the rest of the
They
other
probably
continents.
like a little island or something.
Something.
Not in Europe.
it's some it's some things here we have no. I think the more we know, the more we really don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's
True.
Do you feel like the internet made the world smaller? Being able to connect with people overseas. Do you make the world smaller or still bigger?
I mean, as far as connection, like, yeah, you can connect with more people, I guess, at a faster rate, you know?
That was it.
But, like, other than that, like, no,
I still feel like
the
it
internet
made-
is like, it has a hit or miss with me.
Okay.
I like the internet, but I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
a gift and a curse.
Yeah, and it's just like I was one of those people that I don't know, like I didn't grow up like looking in the mirror and stuff like that or whatever. So like social media and stuff is like not something that I really care to really do. Like I have to really push myself to do like social media and stuff like that. So like I don't really care for it, but I can see like how I don't know. I can see how it connects people, but I can see how it kind of like separates people too. Like it takes people away from reality.
So do you get most of your clients from word of mouth or
Yeah.
social media? Okay.
Word of mouth. I used to get like a lot of social media and stuff like that, but it's nowadays it's word of mouth. For
Okay.
sure. Like I don't really post too much or whatever about like anything.
Okay. Now, as far as clients, do you have any wacky clients experiences? Like, do you ever just kick somebody out because, like, oh man, I can't even help you, like, get out? Or
It's plenty of people. I tell people all the time I do discriminate
okay,
because yeah, I like my energy. I like you know what I'm saying. Like when I do like law and stuff like that, that's like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna make me feel like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? To do something that I actually like to do. Like I actually would like to show you how to do, you know what I'm saying? Like do what you're trying to accomplish. I would actually like to show you that, but if it's like becoming a hard time or I gotta pull you to go do X, Y, and Z because you don't want to do this and do that or whatever, and I'm doing X, Y, like I ain't got
You
time
don't
for
want to
that.
babysit nobody.
I ain't got time for that.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 kids.
Mm.
I don't have time.
How you manage to handle all that and have a and be a mommy at the same time?
I don't know. Like me and my, I don't know. We do stuff. I don't know. The wintertime, I guess, is like more so like the hardest because you can't like go outside. It's like I don't know. Well, I'm not a winter person,
Mm-hmm.
so my kids probably would want to go outside and do X, Y, and Z. But I'm just like,
Ain't no building a snowman with you.
no, baby.
but is Michigan a state for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I realize that it might be.
It's
Like
not
one or
that bad.
two.
Have a snowball fighter too.
I'll be glad when it go back to what it's supposed to be.
Summer.
Cause I don't like it at all. I don't like the cold.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, like we like do stuff. It's like it's about scheduling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like having at least like a certain type of schedule. Like I try to have a schedule, but I'm not good at time, and I've never been good at time. Like
You like a
I
procrastinator?
I have no sense of time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like I have no sense of freaking time.
You know, I've been hearing that from a lot of millennials.
I don't.
They get fired from their jobs. Like they say, "Oh, I got time dyslexia and stuff
Listen,
like that."
if I did work, I'd probably be fired, or I probably would have quit.
Work from home.
One or the other. I mean, I trade.
I mean,
And
no, I'm
I-
saying if you did have to, if you had to
Like-
work at 40, just be like, get a remote job.
could we go down the rabbit hole one time?
Goodness,
go.
I wouldn't be one.
Hey, we're gonna take a brief trip through the rabbit hole one more time. You know, rest in peace to brother Dick Gregory. He said time is just a game.
Oh, I like Dick Gregory.
Yeah, he said time is just a game. Time is just, you know, something to control you.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
agree.
not, yeah,
I'm sure.
it's nothing because you know it's just like, you know, you hear that bell. Oh, I gotta get here. I gotta get there. It's all a ploy to control you.
You
That's
remember that movie? What's that damn movie called with them people? Not Divergent. What was that other one called? Hunger Games.
What
Was it
happened in the
Hunger
movie?
Games? Which one was it? They were going through like gates, and as they like when they were in poverty, right?
You're
They
talking
were
about
moving like fast.
Are you talking
And
about that
they
movie
were
with
like-
Justin Timberlake? In time?
No.
Was it?
Because they had
It was
the
a
time.
trilogy.
It was time
Yeah, that was in
thing?
time.
Okay.
That was in
yeah.
time.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
okay,
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's in
Okay.
And
time.
once he started to get to like the higher,
It started getting, yeah,
like the higher numbers or whatever, the higher like whatever neighborhoods it was.
they were more richer.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
did. Yeah.
He was
that's-
moving too fast. He
Yeah.
was moving too fast. He
I-
was walking too fast, and he started to realize like, oh shit.
Everybody else would.
Everybody was taking their
And
time.
the girl called him. She was like, "You're the first person I ever seen running my whole life."
Yeah, like nigga, what you doing,
Yeah.
You messing up everything.
man?
And they knew he didn't belong there because of how he was moving.
Man, because of how he was moving.
That's hey, go check that out, y'all. Justin Timberlake. That's probably his best movie next to Alpha
What was
Dog.
that called? In time.
In time.
In Time.
In time. I gotta look at that.
I saw that 3 times back,
I gotta
3
look
times
at
in a
that
row.
again. I gotta look at that one again.
The cop was after him.
Because I was thinking about that. Yeah, and he actually gave the cop like more life.
Yeah, because they didn't have money, they had time.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
time.
they had
Yeah,
like
there's a homeboy, a bunch of. He blew it all at a bar. I think about that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about when he was out there
Killed
buying
himself,
drinks?
yeah.
That's how people are, and it just made you like, really, for real. That's how people are.
No, if you get a bunch of, I was telling him the other day, it was this case, this girl, she won the lottery like for $180 million. She had to keep billing her boyfriend out of the jail for like $3 million, $5 million, $10 million.
what you doing?
And everybody's
Need to
like,
kiss my
they was
ass.
talking to him like, bro, what is wrong with you? You got a girl who hit the number and you still out here trying to flip it?
But see, that
No,
wasn't his
he
money.
kissed- no,
It wasn't
right.
his money, but
It was her money, and she's yeah.
she,
If it's not your money, you
she
playing with house
clearly
money
loved
then.
him. By bailing him out at least twice, she clearly loved you and was rocking with you, bro. Marry her.
Man,
and-
bail you out once.
But you know who I blame in that situation?
Oh,
Her.
Her.
I made
Don't
a short
blame
about it. I
him.
made a short
He knew.
about it,
She
so-
knew. She knew who he was.
Okay, and he knew who she was.
Don't blame him.
Go check
Blame
our
her.
shorts out, yeah.
Hey, fellas, if you marry a gold digger, don't blame her. Blame yourself.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Hey,
give you that.
No, for real.
You gotta know your spouse. Yeah, I definitely get it.
Because
I
like,
will.
nah, like, why would you do that?
You better
Time
read
and
the
time
room.
and
But
time.
she a good woman though. Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
she
I'm
is.
pretty
hopefully
sure,
the next
yeah.
guy be like, oh, I'm gonna hold you down.
but she's a good woman for the wrong man.
Yeah.
I give, yeah.
You can be a good woman all you want to, but at the same time, if you're a good woman for the wrong man, you're not a good woman. You stupid.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, sis. Hopefully you far away from that dude.
Not stupid, man.
No, I wish you. No, stay with him. No, you're doing the right to stay with
keep
him.
learning?
Yeah,
Until
stay.
you
Keep,
learn.
yeah, keep learning.
Until you learn,
keep
yeah.
take that L. Take that lesson. Keep
Yeah,
learning. No,
until you
no,
get
stay
fed
with
up.
him. Don't listen to us. Damn it. Where my button at?
Until you get fed up.
There we go.
Stay with him.
It's funny.
Now, what are some theories you believe in that are okay? I'm really in a rabbit hole now. Do you have anything like that you really? I believe it, but this is like kind of far in rabbit hole.
I don't know.
Like the
What you mean,
Kraken,
whatever?
like do you believe in the Kraken, flat Earth, inner Earth,
Oh,
terrarium,
no,
or
I believe in the crack. I believe that it's a whole bunch of shit up there under the in the sea
Okay.
that people don't know about because you can't know about it. It's too damn
It's
big.
true.
You get what I'm saying? I really think there's stuff under there that we don't know about. I think that thing from Finding Nemo over there with the little thing on his head, I think he down
Oh,
there
you
too.
talking about that with that big ass mouth?
Yes, I think he down there too. I think he, because where'd you get the inspiration from? You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to have seen it or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where'd it come from? Like,
You know, they said they found the Aztec mask. I want to say it was Aztec, and it looked just like Batman. It looked just like Batman mask. I was like, that don't make no sense.
I can believe it though, because like, where did you get it from? Where did they get that?
And same with
inspiration
all the aliens, Stanley Kubrick and all these people creating the aliens back in the day on these movies. And now when we say get visuals of what real aliens might look like, it's kind of the same thing. So I don't know.
I think we're the real Marvel characters.
We are.
Yeah, because I was looking at this person called Yahi. Shout out to Yahi. He was talking about the gamma ray in black people. He said when the time comes, the gamma ray in our DNA is going to turn us into the mutants you see on these Marvel movies. I think that really happens.
Yeah, you mean like,
I think it could happen. Oh,
like X-Men type stuff?
Yeah, like the Hulk and all that stuff. He said that's gamma radiation. I mean,
Yeah.
our pigmentation in our blood, our blood type, like how you mentioned.
well, my theory is that everybody has parasites in their body, and the parasites in your body is what's eating up that junk DNA and the gamma DNA, or all the stuff that can make you super. So once you rid your body of the parasites,
You're talking about the food and stuff and
That's
the air we
true.
breathe.
yeah.
That's
So once
true.
you rid your body of all these toxins and live in a better environment, you go like sometimes when I eat super healthy, I start to have really vivid dreams. That don't happen like right now when I eat all this BS. I just had shrimp the other day. It don't happen right now.
Can I add this to that?
Go ahead.
I think when you rid yourself of certain type, not only the diet, but also certain type of things like prawn. I'm just calling it prawn. In other words, especially sexual activity.
Oh,
when you
I thought you meant the fish.
No. I said prawn because these people are sensitive when it comes to that.
Corn, man.
Corn, okay, corn. I think when you stop looking at that, stop looking at certain things on social media. For me, it's like I think of certain things that's going to happen, and I used to have it all the time when I was a kid.
Oh, like premonitions or
Yeah, like a permanent. Let's say I'm thinking of a scene in the movie, and all of a sudden later on that day that movie comes on,
and you see that scene,
and I see that same scene.
a deja vu.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably. I don't want to say this on camera for effort, but that's probably what we got in common, because that used to happen to me all the time as a kid. But then I used to stop my premonitions. I'm like, wait, when I walk in this room and I look right, I'm gonna see this. So I just wouldn't look
that
right,
happened.
and then I think it drifted me into a different
And
multiverse.
slowly it's coming back because I've been noticing to myself when you don't get enough rest, it don't happen.
No. It's coming back because you on that bird. I mean, you on some of them herbs.
That's probably so.
Once you start getting, I'm telling you, once you get your body healthy, that stuff starts to come back.
That's probably
Every time I eat super healthy, that stuff starts to come back to my
That's
life.
true. I used to have like very vivid dreams
Vivid.
back in the day, and I used to be scared of them.
Man.
And eventually, like, I had stopped having those dreams because I was just so scared. Like, no, because if this happened in this, she got me fucked up.
like Final Fantasy almost.
I swear, and it's like, oh my god, I used to really be in them. I can remember them still to this day, like clear as freaking day.
I remember
I used to be terrified.
this time last year, I had a dream I got stabbed to death. And I woke up, you know how you wake up like the Undertaker? I sat up and I was doing all this.
Oh, man, that's
And I'm
crazy.
like, no, that it really happened to a variant of me in another universe. I think because it was just like the movie The One. The next few days and weeks, I was stronger. I was more wittier. It's like I got better. It's like the energy from that guy got dispersed to all of us. So
Also,
that
I got to
shit was-
mention this while we on the topic. In the Bible, it's in Acts 2:17, which quotes Joel 2:18, stating, "In the last days, God says, I will pour into my spirit to all people. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams." Says in the scriptures.
I mean, I hear that's what.
That's Acts
Acts.
2:17.
Okay. Okay.
Just I had to add some scripture into that.
All right, y'all ready for these questions? I know you got somewhere to be. We ain't trying to keep you too long.
Yeah.
All right, this is part of the show that you all love. So do we. We can create good dialogue from this. So we're gonna. Did he mention the rules to you? So basically, what we're gonna do is we're all gonna pull a question out. We all will have opportunity to answer the same question that we all answer, and we're just gonna go around the table, do the same thing.
Okay.
And since you're our guest, you'll be the first one to pull. So we're gonna start our theme music. You ready?
Yeah. Let's get it. Our theme music now.
This is our theme music, even though it was Grand Theft Auto.
If you don't like the question, you can put it back though,
Yeah.
because there be some wild stuff in here.
It says, what are the 4 agreements? They're supposed to be, you're not supposed to take nothing personal. What goes around comes around. Always do your best. And forgiveness. Those are the 4 agreements.
Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Those are
Four
the
Will you repeat them again?
What are the 4 agreements?
It would be,
Don't take nothing personal.
yeah, it's like, don't take nothing personal. Um, don't take nothing personal. Always try your best. Uh, what goes around comes around. It's like karma and what do they call it?
Polarity? No, not karma.
Like the law of attraction.
Okay.
Right, yeah, something like that. And did I say forgiveness?
No, you didn't say.
And then it's
If you don't take nothing personal, why forgive?
because people still, I don't.
They're still being taught. They're
You
educated.
don't take nothing personal. Yeah. I guess if somebody was to come to you and be like X, Y, and Z or whatever, like say even if they slapped you or wanted to fight you or whatever, or somebody shot at you, like you can't take that personal. It's really something that was outside of them that caused them to do that. It had nothing to do with you.
Turn the other cheek.
You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like it had nothing to do with you. Their decision to do that really had nothing to do with you. No matter how much you want to make it.
I know you broke it down, but could we further explain the 4 agreements? Like, what does that really mean to the people?
Oh, okay. I used to know back in the day, like completely. Do your best means like do your best. You know what I'm saying? Like just make sure that every day that you're always trying your best, and your best can look something different every day. It's not always like a cup full every day. Like your best that day could be resting, or it can be just like, oh, let me be in a present moment, and uh, do like some type of self care. You know what I'm saying? Like your best is different. You know what your best is, but as long as at the end of the day you can sit there and be like, okay, I did my best this day, or like, this was a good day, or it's not always about like what you accomplished. Sometimes it's about like being present that day. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what your best is. Forgiveness is always for yourself. It never really matters for the other person. It's always for yourself because when you hold on to things, you tend to, push that off into other avenues of your life, which you wouldn't want them to push off into spiritual, um, um, emotional, physical, even. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to hold on to any of those negative blockages from not accepting or forgiving someone. Um, that's 2. What's the other one? I said forgiveness. I said try your best. Karma.
Try your best means to try your best, y'all. That's what.
Yeah. What goes around comes around, meaning like you reap what you sow. Y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow. At the end of the day, you get what you give. Do not take anything personal. Like I said, that goes back to like whatever somebody does to you or whatever happens that is outside of yourself, meaning like
It's
that
out of your
you
control, yeah.
did not control. You know what I'm saying? It has really nothing to do with you as far as in a personal attack. Because sometimes people think like when people are saying certain things or doing certain things, like, oh, they're doing this to me, or you disrespected me, or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with them at all. Like at all. You can't take things that people say or do really personally unless somebody is really sitting here threatening you. You get what I'm saying? Or, trying to really threaten you or, your loved ones or something like that. It's no reason to take it personal. People gonna talk, people gonna do X, Y, and Z. As long as this person is not sitting here doing something to you, you get what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't matter.
Okay. And my question is, what is a
Did
hobby?
we all answer that?
I mean, it's
That was 4. That was the 4.
no. She answered it,
well,
but
so we don't have to answer that, do we?
because it's like it's a question we all
Yeah, I was
can't
gonna say
answer. to a degree.
we don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we just making that clear. So
So mine is what is your hobby or interest you've outgrown? For me, it would be probably video games and watching TV all day. I don't do that no more. What's the hobby or interest you both have outgrown?
that I haven't or have.
That you've outgrown.
I'm doing hair, make it natural.
Dreadlocks or what?
No, I mean just doing hair. I did a lot of sewing. I've done locks. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I've done whatever, like pressing curls.
Yeah,
whatever.
locks, not dreadlocks. My fault.
Yeah, and I don't know, like natural skincare. I used to do that a lot.
Okay.
Does watching modern wrestling count?
I thought you still do it though.
I watch old wrestling.
Oh,
I can't watch
yeah,
the
okay.
wrestling
He
today.
said modern. He did make a point to say modern.
Right. I love classic wrestling from the 80s all the way to, you know,
I can feel it.
to the I want to say like 2005 when I quit watching.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, I love the Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock. That's my time. But it's like when it comes to today's wrestling, I can't get jiggy with that shit. So, my question right here said, if you found out your spouse and best friend were hooking up behind your back, what would you do? Why everybody quiet?
I've gone about my life.
Yeah, I just cut them both loose because that's like,
Yeah,
damn,
I've
I
gone
lost.
about my life.
It would hurt though because you
I
lost.
never like to argue with two of them.
Man, it's like you lost two people you care about. That's the only thing gonna hurt. Like, damn, I lost two. It's one thing to lose one person, but I just lost two people I care about.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt for a quick second, but it's just gonna be like,
Yeah, it's liable to drive a person crazy if you ain't careful. But both of you are right. Walk away.
you ain't gonna drive me crazy. Boy, I'm gone. I'm not about to fight.
No, don't do that.
What I'm gonna fight? I'm gonna argue with you about what you know that you're doing? No, absolutely not.
And it ain't cool being in jail.
Okay.
I
it's
never
not.
been, and Lord willing, I never go.
It's not fun.
I would say just don't disrespect.
You say it like you know.
I went to Wayne County for like 30 days.
Oh,
Oh,
They
sure.
definitely had me.
well, see, from that experience, 30 days for like 30 years, huh?
Okay, I couldn't get out if I wanted to.
See, who
But
wanna
this was
live life
before
like
all that you know now, though.
No, like this was kind of like, what? Like October,
Oh,
messing
wow.
with Canton. You get what I'm saying? Arguing with that judge or whatever, and that judge, yeah, I was kind of lit when they
I mean, but you know how to, and these are the people you don't want to sue?
no, it's not them.
Okay.
It's Sabrina over there in Inkster Court.
I'm about to say, you gotta get them.
Oh, them the work.
It's
No
Sabrina.
comment.
It's Sabrina, and
No comment.
they know that they're all bad. Even other states. I mean, not states, cities know that Inkster is bad.
That's the
And it's something
most.
about it's something about them not having a sheriff or something like that. It's just everything is bad. The police and the jail.
I try
mean,
to
not the
stay
jail,
away
the
from
courts.
Inkster as much as I can. I
I
don't
do
even
too.
rock with Inkster.
I don't like them either. I don't like them
That's
either.
the most corrupt out of everybody in your
The
opinion?
people, all of that.
Stay
No,
out
so
of
is
Inkster.
that the most corrupt out of all the local cities, or
I don't think that they're the most corrupt. I just feel like. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a bad question.
no, they are very pretty. I mean,
but like you said, without a
Detroit-
sheriff, they need a sheriff. That's
Detroit
the only.
is worse than them. You get what I'm saying?
Detroit
But
has sheriffs though.
Detroit is still worse than them, and they lock up people on a higher rate. But
It's more condensed though. Pros and cons to what we're both saying.
yeah, Inkster is horrible though. I don't.
Any place without a sheriff, that's a doozy
Yeah,
because that's the
Sabrina-
only person can uphold the law.
Yeah, Sabrina, she's not no good. It's basically whatever she says, go in there. And if you don't want to sit there and really fight her,
Mhm.
then nobody's going to do anything.
What kind
And
of
who is she exactly?
Sabrina's the judge for Inkster,
Okay.
29th District Judge.
and what
Is
kind
that
of
29?
paperwork do you
Inkster
send in prior
29?
to cases?
Sabrina was a long time ago. So, like, with their case, I had no clue. So, the only reason why I got locked up, I had no
22nd.
clue. So, like, I guess for, like, the past, like, 2-3 years, they weren't giving me tickets. So, when they were pulling me over, they weren't giving me tickets.
Okay.
But for some reason, they were still issuing out, like, warrants, right? So, it wasn't until I came across that Camp Police where they're like, you got, like, these warrants out. Warrants from what? Nobody wants to tell me warrants from what? Warrants from who?
Wait, well, yeah, that's what
That's
I want to
not-
know. Because if you for not showing up to the court case for the tickets you didn't get,
I never got no tickets. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So how you
And
gonna write a warrant?
I'm fighting this like right now in what is it called? Washtenaw County, because they're one of those people that was on there. Washtenaw, Romulus, and I just finished a one in Canton with Plymouth and stuff like that or whatever, and I'm debating about Detroit because Detroit was one of those other people that was on that list that they get because they end up when I got out they ended up giving me like a list of all the people that had it or whatever.
They had a warrant for you? Or?
Yes, and when I look it up, you can see clear as day. Like when you look it up, you can see clear as day. Like it's saying like the mail was returned. So I was never served. And this is what you get what I'm saying, like I fought this in the case because I ended up getting like the warrants removed because I fought this because you can see it clear as day, like how the fuck are you issuing out warrants, having a whole hearing or whatever the case may be, and the mail was returned. I was never served nothing.
You made them mad. Who did you anger?
I pissed them all off. And I don't really care. And then I'm gonna tell the attorney general because I'm not about to sit here and argue with y'all about nothing. I'm not about to argue with y'all about shit that y'all know, or if y'all don't know, that's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because if I had learned this out here, you could have learned this out here too, because you're actually an attorney.
They're on the other side though.
You get what I'm saying? Like this is actually your field.
They're under oath. They're under oath. They're on the other side.
This is actually your field of work. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So like I don't.
They work for the tax courts. They're under oath. Even they know what's happening, but
I don't play with them anymore.
Their allegiance is to the other side.
I don't play with them anymore, especially after I found out that they was writing all them tickets. Like I said, I was in jail. I didn't even do anything. I wasn't even convicted. They didn't even convict me on anything. You know what I'm saying? I was in there because they said, oh, you're a flight risk because you have these warrants that I don't even know where the fuck I got warrants at. And they're not even telling me where I got warrants at right then and there.
Is this her right here?
Who is it?
Sabrina, who you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, that might be her. I ain't seen her since 2000, like what, 19? 17? 19.
No comment. I don't know why you showed me that. No
I ain't
comment.
seen her in a minute, and I saw her over a video chat. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like when Zoom was happening.
Yeah,
So it's probably like 2020 or something like that.
Oh, that way.
I don't know why the way you described her. I didn't think she was one of us.
Oh, no, she's
I
black.
think so either.
No, she's black. Sabrina is black.
Oh, look at them eyes.
For sure.
Look at them eyes.
She's black.
The eyes tell you a lot.
She got on my nerves, and they know I could have sued her. That's why I said that judge.
Still go for it.
That was the federal judge that was like, "Yeah, you're just missing that. You're just missing the address."
I've told you on a few times. I got some.
You're just missing the address.
I'll talk about that off the camera.
Looks like we can't go back to Inkster no more.
No, I don't go there.
Well, I've never been.
I got a lot
I
of
don't even
people
play.
saying
Yeah.
I don't rock with Inkster.
I used to live in Inkster. That's the only reason why I even got anything with them. Because I used to live in Inkster, and that sheriff or whatever used to always come out there. And that's I said that one time he decided that he wanted to lock me up or whatever. And I'm just like, for what? Like, what did I do? Like, it was just a whole bunch of mess.
That's no good.
Yeah, it was. And he was supposed to be a quote unquote sheriff. I said, bitch, how you a sheriff if you don't uphold the law? I said, oh, okay, I got something for you. Yeah, he was scared out his boots. That's why I said, I don't, if I redid that address, it'd be different. I still got the whole lawsuit. It's sitting right there in the, what is that, the entertainment center in the drawer right there, the middle drawer.
Don't tell us where it is. They might go in your crib.
Who cares?
They might go in your crib.
Man, it's
She
already,
not-
Cops will do that. They'll
Hey,
go
she ain't
in.
scared.
it's already saved.
She ain't
It's already-
scared.
All right, as long as
I
it's
know
in the
that they're
cloud or
not about
something.
to-
She ain't scared of nobody. And it look
I
like,
know.
About that.
They
hey,
wouldn't even know where I stayed if I told them.
man, she got on all black Air Force Ones, man. We think about that. But I just got one more final question for you. Since you got all these achievements under your belts, what's anything else that you want to do more than what you're doing right now?
Overall, I want to open up like a youth center. Open up a youth center. That's it.
Geared towards education or athleticism or everything?
No, more so like